Imagine driving home from the dentist's office and seeing a car upside down in several feet of water. What would you do? Would you stop and help? One Klamath Falls man did stop and did what he could to help a young mother trapped in her car and sinking to the bottom of a canal.
I could get in the canal and just go for a cold swim in kind of some questionable water.
Imagine finding a car upside down in 12 feet of water. That's what happened to Klamath Falls resident Jonathan Fitch, who works for the Oregon Department of Forestry. John has basic first aid and CPR training, and his training was put to the test on Crater Lake Parkway in Klamath Falls on his way home from the dentist office.
When I saw the car even up a little closer, I realized there's somebody in there. They're in a bad spot. I mean, it was not a good situation.
John did not know how, but a woman drove her car into the canal just down from Klamath Union High School. It was upside down and sinking in 12 feet of water, leaving all residents watching unsure if the driver was still inside and alive.
I needed to check,
John says about 10 cars were parked along the sidewalk observing the situation, and he said he could not drive by in good conscience without helping in any way he could.
I really didn't know what I could do, but I needed to at least see if there was something.
John made sure 911 had been notified and did not see anyone else trying to get to the car, so he jumped in cautiously, making sure he was in a safe spot between the canal bank and car. He did not want to be saved attempting to save someone else.
When I hit the water, I realized a couple things immediately, that I probably had about 5 minutes just for my own well-being, because the water was pretty darn cold.
John says he approached the car and noticed it was fairly buoyant, so he started to rock it back and forth in the water. He says he decided to see if he could flip the car right side up.
Call what you want, miraculous or just great luck or a little bit of both. And there was a lady in there, and it looked like she just come to, and it kind of came over pretty fast once it kind of hit that point and whipped over. And she was just really concerned, look on her face, obviously.
John flipped the car over and noticed the car sinking, so he knew every second was critical. Other kids tossed rocks to John to help him break the glass and get the woman out of the car. But firefighters came and eventually helped break the glass and get the woman out of the back seat. The woman was taken to a nearby hospital, and John got a thank you text from her sister.
Just happy to be in the right place to help, and felt good to help, but again, just doing what I think any capable person could have done or would have done or should have done.
When John flipped the car over, he noticed 2 empty child car seats in the back seat and thought how the situation could have been much worse.
Some young kids out there, their mom may or may not have come home that particular day, so their mom's home with them now, safe.
John says the buzzword is situational awareness, which could be good advice for anyone who finds themselves in similar emergency situations in their community.
Just maintaining your cool and getting a plan of attack and sticking to it and see what you can do, and then changing based on your given circumstances. So that's definitely in my head as I was going in, is okay, what's around me? What do I have to deal with? What are my own restrictions? What's going to be a hazard to me? And how can I actually be the greatest help?
Just try, John says, and his hope is other citizens will follow his own rule of do unto others as you would have done unto you.
That if it were my loved one in there, father, mother, wife, I would have wanted somebody to at least try.